Hi, I'm Kuchimo.
I'm Joe.
Hi, my name is Alex.
Hi, I'm Chris.
And I'm Sean. Today we're doing student satisfaction for our project. Now, that can be a lot of things, so I'll just explain the general basis. Basically, we're going to go around asking a bunch of teenagers that probably are very stressed for finals, hey, do you like Ball State? We're going to ask them a series of questions, spanning from their location, if Ball State's affected their mental health, do they like the food here? Do they think the advisors suck? Do they like their teacher? Stuff like that. And we're going to and pull in from secondary sources. We're going to get like a general understanding of essentially how students feel their colleges are treating them. Whether it's like they are sad because this, they're blah, blah, because this. We're going to try to get a general grasp of students and their satisfaction, which is in the name. So there you go. The following shown right now is the works cited for our interview specifically. Almost all of this video will be interviews with little snippets of secondary sources posted in between, but enjoy these interviews with the 5 students, and at the end will be a little summary. Hi, are you okay to have your consent to be filmed and ask questions so Miss Haggard doesn't stop us?
Yes.
Cool. Hello, what is your name?
Julia.
Julia. What year are you?
I'm sophomore.
Sophomore? Okay. Let's see. What's your major?
I am a DTO.
DTL? What's that?
Design Tech and Theater.
Okay. So like the backstage, like working on.
I do makeup and costuming.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool actually. My sister is.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
And then, so do you dorm here or like live somewhere like this?
I live near campus.
Okay, near campus. Yeah. Okay. So like, how would you describe having to live near campus? Like, does it suck? Does I live on campus, and I kind of.
Yeah. It's okay. I like being close enough that I can get here easy, but it's not exactly the safest.
I feel you. I've seen a lot of my neighbors walking around. They're pretty skinny, and they're kind of walking like they're doing like a dance.
I live in the area where like people get stabbed.
Me too.
Jenny.
I live on Jenny. By the pizza.
Yeah, I'm near there.
Okay, yeah. So we're by the same. It's not fun. It's not, folks at home. It's not very fun. But okay, so you live near here. You go here. You're a sophomore. That means that you definitely met with like advisors and stuff like that. How would you like rate the experience with all of your advisors and stuff like that?
My personal advisor for like theater is awesome, super helpful. My plain academic advisor is terrible. I met with them freshman year and I laid out all the classes. I was like, oh, I really need this. And they're like, great, you can. So any of the classes I requested that I needed, they were just like, nope, we can't help you, sorry. So then I reached out at the beginning of this year and they pretty much said the same thing. So I don't like the academic advisors. I don't think they're helpful. I don't think they do what they should do, so I don't use them.
I gotta get okay with these school. I've heard a lot of bad things. Yeah, so you're not the hero. And are you like? Do you like so you've been here for this is your second year, you're about to be done with it. So do you like it here mostly? Like is it like do you think it's better than other colleges? Do you think like are you happy here?
I do. I really like Ball State, especially the program that I'm in is awesome, and I love my professors. I think everything's really nice. I like campus. I like what we have. I like the areas that we have to study. I like some of the resources we have. And honestly, it was like the best college I found for especially that I was going into, and I think it's been a really good fit. I really like it.
All right, cool. And then last question: do you think Muncie, or not Muncie, or just Ball State in general, being here, do you think positively or negatively or neutrally, do you think it's affected your mental health?
I think college affects anyone's mental health in both in positive and negative ways. I've made like a lot of friends and I have a lot of opportunities, so like that's really positive, but also like amount of schoolwork and sometimes like the issues of safety on campus and those things like are negative. So I think there's a lot of give and take in both of it.
Yeah. Julia said her mental health was affected by Ball State, and we're going to focus on the negative side specifically because we talked about the positive. According to Spring 2023 Health Assessment Survey, released by the American College Health Association, 79%, yes, 79% reported moderate or high levels of stress in the past 30 days within the interview. 36 had anxiety, 25 had depression, and 31% had suicidal thoughts, which is an outlandish statistic and definitely needs to be looked into. And I'm not saying Ball State is specifically like this, but this is a problem all colleges have, which does affect student satisfaction.
Like, it's cool making a lot of friends, but also you can get stabbed. So it's like LA, basically.
Yeah. Just a little flashier.
It's gross. Yeah, honestly, and then, I guess that last one, I guess I forgot. We want to ask about, how do you feel, I guess you're already seeing not ready. What do you think about the food situation?
I think it's decent. I don't think we necessarily have the greatest variety. So it's like the same food no matter where you go.
Chicken.
Yes. And they make a lot of changes. So I don't think they necessarily have the best healthy food options and stuff like that. But for a quick lunch.
Yeah, it's not bad. Well, it's been great talking to you. Thank you. Alright, that's all we got, man. Okay, cool. You're cool with being interviewed? The teacher made us ask people. You're cool with being interviewed? No questions? Very cool. Okay, hi, what is your name?
Connie.
Connie? Alright, what major are you?
Forensics biologist.
Forensic, that's a lot of words. Okay, that's, what year are you?
Freshman.
Freshman? Okay, and you have to do your freshman. Where are you going with?
Barrel.
Barrel?
Yeah, Barrel.
Okay, over there. Okay. So, how's it been? What's your experience like going at Barrel? Because I've actually never heard much about it.
It's very far. Waking up sucks because it's like a 10-minute walk just to go to the scramble light over there.
Yeah, sorry. I went out. Me and him go over here last year, which means no AC. Is Barrel have AC?
Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, no, being far away. What is the food? So obviously, I think the food situation here. Do you think the food is good, is bad? It's hard to get unhealthy. What's your opinion on the food situation here?
It gets very stale very fast. Pasta's good, but only a couple left. I fuck with sandwiches. I like the sandwiches here.
The sandwiches, that's probably the best part. They just make you get a lot of deli and food here. A lot of just sandwiches, tender chicken and stuff like that. It's a lot. It's pretty good. Yeah, a lot of people. But everyone that we've interviewed said it's been very it gets stale or boring after a while. So you're not the only person like that. And so you're a freshman. I'm assuming you met with an academic advisor or some sort of counselor. What's your experience like with that?
Getting scheduled is really hard, or having a meeting with your advisor, because you'll take, for me it took 3 weeks to finally meet them.
Yeah.
So that was bad.
Do you think they were helpful, not helpful? Do you think they could have done better, worse?
I think he did great.
Okay, that's good.
I understood that he was land side of just students.
Yeah, he has each of them has 500 something like that. They have a lot of students, so yeah, it's understandable. It's understandable. Yeah. I guess. Do you think? Well, first of all, are you happy here at Ball State? This is your first year. Do you think? Have you been to any other colleges? How do you think this one compares to others? Do you think? Are you happy here? Do you think this is a good college? Almost not your freshman year.
I wish there was more cafes around, more variety, because Purdue is bigger and it looks so much nicer.
It is a really nice. I've been there. My sister. It's really nice. It's got a nice campus. Their sporting stuff and stuff like that. They have everything's got advantages. Yeah, this campus doesn't have a lot. It's just the same thing. It's smaller and there's so I understand that. And do you think Ball State has impacted your mental health negatively, positively? I saw the change in expression. Do you think it's impacted positively, negatively? Negatively. Okay. How so?
There was a month where I just literally just stayed in my bed. For me, it was just a lot of stuff piling on, and I'm 3 hours away from my family, so I can't even contact them as much.
Yeah, no, because it's freshman year, so it's the first time. I'm assuming first time on your own. Just no parent, no
friends,
no friend.
So you have
nothing.
to start over.
Yeah, no.
Connie actually is not in the minority here. According to Bay Atlantic studies, a majority of students, especially first years, experience a lot of homesickness, which can deteriorate mental health, all that stuff is a big problem among first years. And yes, this isn't necessarily Ball State's problem, but it is a college problem, which no matter what does affect student satisfaction.
No, mom don't make you breakfast anymore. Like nothing like that. You have to pay for everything. It's scary. Do you think Ball State, like specifically Ball State, helped with that, or just do you think Ball State could have done things that were like? Do you think that's like Ball State's fault, I guess, or do you think this is more just like college?
This is college in general. I have friends. I have a support group. But it sucked.
It just and what was the other question?
Honestly, that and how do they like Muncie?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So you live in Barrow. So what do you like? What do you think about Muncie? Like Muncie in general, like, and you can be in a negative. Like, what do you, just in general? What is your thoughts on Muncie as a city?
It's boring. There's only like restaurants. There's like one movie theater. The shootings are very like often. I was at Barrel with that one. No, sorry. I was at the Village near that one shooting. That was like slightly outside the Village.
Yeah.
So that was crazy.
Yeah.
I never experienced so many shootings.
There's a lot of shootings. And if I'm assuming, so you plan on doing your entire time here, or just?
No, just like 2 years.
Because I live off campus, and that's where just everyone has a knife. Like tweakers, like there's just everyone's. Like you go by and you see people, and you're just like, I had a guy stop me and tell me for 20 minutes about his kneecaps, and I 100% knew he was on something. He was on something.
No, this guy came up to me and was like, have you smoked before? Like cocaine, marijuana? I'm like, no, leave me alone. I can give you some. I'm like, no, please.
Don't take that stuff, by the way. Not even just because it's like, just in general, because most of that stuff is laced with something.
Exactly.
So just don't. Just my advice. If you see anyone that kind of walks like they're doing the hokey pokey, I would suggest turning the other way and not being around, because there's a lot of drugs and we'll call them, I think we call them moguls, right? That's what Alex is. Yeah, he's a mogul. We call him there's a mogul. Go away, because they suck. They, like, not generalized, but like, this city, from everyone that I've talked to, have been like, it's either boring or dangerous. So it's like, generally speaking, that's a downside of being at Ball State, because you have to be Muncie, it kind of sucks. No offense, it sucks. It's not good, but I mean, it's nothing Ball State can do, because it's just this is what Ball State is. It's just it's unfortunate. But so like overall, positive or negative? Would you say about Ball State? Neutral. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess that's really all I have to ask you. So, hey, thank you for asking me these questions. I appreciate it. I said asking these questions. I don't even care. I'm tired.
We're doing an interview with this young lad here who, do you agree to our terms? I sure do. All right, then let's get started. Look at me. Look at the camera. Look back at me. Look at the camera at the same time. Look at me. Okay, real quick. Are you happy here at Ball State?
I'd say so.
Yeah, good, yeah. What about Ball State makes you happy? Like, what makes you happy about being here at Ball State?
I really like the interaction that I get with faculty. I know this is an English class, but my English professor last semester is Trevor. I cannot pronounce their last name, but they were fantastic. Amazing professor, and I feel like all of them are like that here.
Great, yeah. That is a good answer. Do you live here on campus, or do you live like just a little bit of ways?
I do. I've lived in Doherty for 2 years now.
All right, cool. Do you like living there?
I do. My RAs are nice, and all of the other people that live there are really nice. It's usually a lot of underclassmen, but they don't cause any issues.
Perfect. Okay. All right. Do you have a roommate?
I do.
Cool. How do you feel about them? Are you guys real close, or?
Yeah. So I actually met him because he lives in the city just north of mine. So I met him in high school on accident because he was at a diving competition, and I checked him out for a concussion because he knocked himself out on a diving board. But so we've been roommates for those same 2 years.
Dang, oh yeah, cool. Do you feel like Ball State's pretty welcoming to everybody?
I do. I feel like there's a spot for everybody here, no matter what. It used to be like a really big teaching college, so teachers only, but I'm a science major, biochemistry, and I feel just as welcome as anybody else.
Yeah. Oh, cool. I guess, what is your favorite thing about Ball State?
my favorite thing about Ball State. I don't know, I feel like it's small enough to where there's a good community, but it's not so small to where, it feels like I'm stuck in like a little bubble and I'm disconnected.
All right. Yeah, cool. Has Ball State affected your mental health in any way?
I wouldn't say it's made it better or worse. I'd say I would say that I've stayed pretty stagnant since high school.
Cool, yeah. If there's one thing you could change about Ball State.
The food. The food's not great. There are some workarounds. I really like that they did in the atrium. The allergen-free stuff is where I go. I'm not allergen-free, but the food is good.
Yeah, alright. Okay, cool. Do you find that the course material that you use is it very relevant or is it not so?
I feel like it's relevant to the stuff that I'm going to be doing. I feel like sometimes if you're taking like more an art degree and then you get stuck taking, some gen eds, it might not be as helpful for you, but I feel like that my gen eds have been helpful for me with my degree.
Nice. Okay, so are you part of any extracurricular activities?
I am. I'm part of MedLife and the Red Cross here, and then I volunteer at the Muncie Mission over off of Liberty Street in South Muncie, I think.
According to Study International, they surveyed the top 10 colleges with the happiest students, and the biggest factor for all of them, one thing they all had in common, was the social life. All of these colleges had vibrant social lives, many clubs, many sports, many things to do on campus. Since this student is in many clubs and seems to enjoy Ball State, this fact lines up.
Nice. Okay. Do you think there's a good balance here between social and academics?
Yeah, there's plenty of room for social activities for just about anything you want. If you're more artistic but not an artistic degree, you can go and do all kinds of, there's like a ceramics club and a 3D art club. There's all kinds of stuff to do at the rec, and there's academic clubs like MedLife and the genetics club and things like that.
All right. Well, I think that's it for us here, Joe. Thank you so much for participating.
Yeah.
Man, your hands are warm.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep them warm. It's a tough time of year.
All right,
It is.
well, thank you so much. Hi, I'm Alex, again, back here in the atrium with Joe behind the camera, and this young man here. John, okay. Thank you, John. Okay, John, do you consent to our terms?
I consent to the terms I was shown.
Cool. All right. Okay, are you happy here at Ball State, John?
Yeah, I've had a great time here. Especially when I first arrived here, I could see myself walking these streets and going to classes in these buildings. So really, I just had a blast here.
Cool, that's great. What about Ball State really just makes you feel happy?
I think the biggest thing is the amount of green that's on campus. Because when my other choice was Purdue, and if you've ever been to Purdue, it feels like you're in downtown Indianapolis. Tall buildings with lots of glass and steel and roads going everywhere and buildings everywhere. But when you get here, middle of campus, we have an area the size of a soccer field that's just grass and trees. And every building has some landscaping around it. We have, the big La Follette courtyard up north and the La Follette field and, the North Quad, which ironically is all the way down south. But all the green, it feels more like my hometown, which is suburban
Yeah, cool. I like that. That's a good answer, John. Do you live here in the dorms?
Yes, I'm up in Botswana, which ironically enough, my mom was in when she was here at Botswana. So that's always nice to have that connection with her.
Do you live with a roommate, John?
Yes, I do have a roommate.
How do you feel with your roommate? You pretty good, pretty close friends? Or if you don't?
We coexist in the same location. He's not as close as the other roommates I've had, but we get along. We don't really know each other all that much, so can't really complain.
Okay. What is your major here?
I am a media production major, and it's a bit late, but I am looking into computer technology minor.
Okay, yeah, those are great majors. Do you feel that Ball State is just welcome? Is it welcome to everybody?
Yeah. And I'm going to be talking mostly in media terms because that's my classes.
Oh, yes.
But I feel like they support me in what I want to do because we have equipment rental, and so even though all I've got is my phone here, I can go and check out professional grade equipment. And even if I can't get it there, I'm in the dorm that has equipment I can check out there as well. I have access to high-end editing computers and people who have experience in the field, like Jefferson, who often goes out to record stuff for Ball State at other locations. And there's the Esports Center, where as a production team member, I'm actively working with live streams and all these options to help me get as much experience and knowledge with my field that can help me in the future. And I assume that this is the same for like architecture with everything they've got, and business that they've got a mini stock market in there that you can look at. So I feel like Ball State as general is really supporting these students and making sure they don't just know the information, but they know the information. They know how to use it.
Oh, okay. That is a great answer, John. I really like that. And so you feel that the material, like the course material and whatnot you have, it's relevant to everything you do?
Yes. Pretty much all my classes, it's all been relevant information. In extended reality, in intro to extended reality, I learned about the history of extended reality and the different forms of it, the audio and the visual. We're even waiting to do some work in extended reality. So, and then all my classes, like video production, we made videos. Audio production, we recorded audio things and made podcasts and such. So all my classes have relevant information. Even the ones that aren't major specific, I'm getting information about the class topic itself.
Cool. That's great. Are you satisfied with the food on campus?
There's sometimes I feel I wish we had more options, but other than that, I'm pretty happy with what we've got on campus. Maybe more vegetable options, because my mom always bugs me about vegetables. The only real salad bar is Woodworth, and really it's just small places that don't really big ones and such. But overall, I think the food is pretty good. Pretty much equivalent to what I'd be getting at home. But then again, home cooking is always better. So.
That is a good answer. I do like that. Are you happy with your academic advisors here?
Yeah, my academic advisors have helped me out with some pretty unique issues. I had something where I couldn't sign up for a class because I couldn't sign up for a co-requisite, which we can take at the same time. In fact, next semester I'm taking parts 2 and 3 of this certificate, and you can't sign up for the third part until you've taken the second part, but you can take them both in the same semester. So she got me special dispensation to sign up for part 3, even though I haven't taken the part 2 yet.
Yeah.
So they've just been real help with figuring out what I want to do and how my classes are going to fit in with everything. So.
Yeah. Do you feel that your mental health has been affected here at Ball State?
No, not really, but then again, that's a good thing, because even if it's not a good change, it's not a bad change, and I quite enjoy it here, so if there is a change, it's not a negative one.
Okay, yeah, cool. Do you feel like there is a pretty good balance between social life and academics here?
Yeah, there's a wide variety of clubs. While some of the ones I'm in haven't been doing all that much, I am active in some clubs, so it's always nice to have that. And as it is right now, I was just sitting over there like, hey, you want to do an interview? Sure. There are these opportunities for me to meet new people, and so I'm always going to appreciate that.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to ask. Thank you, John. Thank you so much.
Glad I can help out.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you so much.
And we've reviewed the terms and conditions. And
I consent to the terms.
Right? And my name is Joe. Not very popularly, I don't know what a button factory is. Alex is behind the camera. And we are interviewing you about your experience at Ball State. So would you say that you're happy at Ball State?
Absolutely. Yeah, I love it here. There's definitely a sense of community here. That was part of why I picked Ball State. I toured a couple different schools, and there's just like this just gives a college vibe. You know what I mean? Like there's people in there and community, and it's not like a commuter school where everybody's like got their own thing going on. Like I don't know. I feel like there's like more connection, opportunities for connection. So yeah.
And I've been doing commuter school, so I get it.
Yeah.
And so I'm assuming then do you live on campus?
Not anymore. I spent my first 2 years here at the Doherty Hall, so I did. And then this year I moved to I literally walk off campus to a house, so I walk onto campus daily. Even in the cold, it's only it's not even a tenth of a mile.
Yeah. So do you have a roommate?
Currently I live with 6 other people. Yeah, we have seven dudes in our house. We have a good time. So it gets loud.
I'd imagine so. So what's that like having living in a larger community like that?
Yeah, well,
a larger group.
Everybody's like trustworthy, dependable guys. We went through like a lengthy process. Like we all knew each other beforehand, so like we went through a lengthy process of like laying like our like foundations of like connection down before we moved in together. So like you already knew. Yeah. We all been through through some organizations were involved in and stuff, but it's like really, and I definitely like kind of handpicked a lot of the guys. It's just kind of like I was a big part of the house selection process. So I basically just invited a lot of my closest friends. But that didn't make it easy. 7 guys in a small house is going to get messy from time to time. But
I can see that getting interesting.
Yeah, but we have a lot of fun. We watch football or UFC fights or play video games. We have a good time.
What are you majoring in?
Yeah, I'm a major in public history, with minors in political science and criminal justice.
What year are you?
This is my 3rd year at Ball State. It won't be my last. I'm adding the 4th year, but I originally was supposed to graduate this year, and I think we kind of could, but I'm going to try and swindle the university and add on another minor just to get to spend a 4th year here, that continue my experience.
Do you feel that, would you consider Ball State as a welcoming environment?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it kind of depends on who you are, too. There's definitely a degree anywhere where people are going to be pushed out of certain circles. I think Ball State has a circle for everybody. I think the broader Ball State entity, like Ball State, the administration, definitely has a typecast they're looking for. And so I think that it can be easy for people to not be included in that. But I think that the community of people at Ball State, absolutely, there's somewhere for everybody to fall in.
And so are there, are you a part of any groups or extracurricular student orgs?
Yep, I spent some time in the Student Government Association and as part of other on-campus organizations. But this last year, I've dedicated all my time to the Ball State Navigators, which is an on-campus Christian ministry. But yeah, I've dipped my toes in a lot of different circles and gotten to know a lot of different people, and I think that's kind of helped me build a better understanding of humanity. You know what I mean? And that's part of what I've really appreciated. A takeaway that I think goes even deeper than some of my academic takeaways from school here.
And how do you feel about the food situation in the dining halls?
Well, I guess it kind of depends on the one. This atrium used to be incredible. They got rid of the Papa John's, broke my heart, and
I'm a transfer student. Even I've heard about that.
Yeah, it used to be so much better here at the atrium. But a lot of the other ones, like North has gotten better. North is pretty cool now. Woody's about the same, but I think the biggest thing for me is that I feel like there's some things that they definitely charge higher than like the amount you pay for a bottle of a 1 gallon bottle of milk. If you got a gallon or a half gallon of milk at a dining hall versus how much it sells for at Walmart, you know what I mean? There's almost like a tax to paying for food on campus. So especially if you buy a bag of chips here, you know what I mean? There's just, I think the price disparity.
Definitely. And if there's just one thing you could change about Ball State, what would that be?
Well, I think I'd probably say the degree to which that the student body is actually involved in the administration. So there's a lot of complaints and a kind of a gripey culture amongst humans these days. When it comes to always, yeah, you're right. But especially when it comes to like I think we're just like less motivated to make change, and so like the Student Government Association and like there's just a lot of different ways that people on campus can get involved in Ball State, the entity, and like make the changes they want to see. But people don't really do it, and they just kind of let the same people who've been doing it do it the whole time. So like our Student Government Association has been run by the same pretty much group of friends for like the last decade and a half. They just like handpick their people, and then it just like goes along, and like it kind of. But like not just that, like just the way that like there's resources within Ball State University governance that can
These are our secondary sources. We're excited.
We don't do anything. We just kind of sit and let people who are more interested deal with it, and then as a result, when things we don't like happen, like Papa John's leaves, we just are like, damn, don't do anything.
So, any other comments or anything else you'd like to say?
Sure. Well, I do love it here.
Okay, well, that is good enough.
So it seems almost everyone that we interviewed enjoys Ball State. Most of them were positive, if not neutral, which is pretty good. And it seems the two biggest problems that Ball State seems to face with the interviews that we conducted is our food, just like how bland it is, how people don't like it, whatever, food, and Muncie. People, generally speaking, do not like the location of Muncie because it's an unsafe place. And it is. I can concur to that. I live here. I'm pretty sure there was someone banging at my window a bit ago. I'm not going to lie. Ugh. So, what we've gathered is people like Ball State. From our 5 sources and our few secondary sources, it seems the reason people like Ball State, and also the fact that every single person we interviewed said basically the same thing, is that they liked it, just had some subtle gripes about food and whatnot. But picking 5 different people randomly with different interviewers, different places almost every single time, and them all saying basically the same thing was actually probably the biggest shock of this entire research study, is that everyone basically said the same thing. They like it here. Muncie has its issues, and the food could work on it, but they all like it here. That's a big thing they have in common. Everyone likes it here at Ball State, and I don't blame them. It's a good college. It all lines up with the research. People like places because of clubs. Ball State has plenty of clubs. They like campuses where you feel welcomed. Everyone feels welcomed. It's a good campus. So, honestly, that's about it. See ya.